What's up, guys? It is Sunday, May 1st, and my buddy Trevor, who looks like Aaron Rodgers, is heading to a card show with me in Del Mar, the Union Marketplace.
My very first card show, mind you.
He is a virgin in at least one way, and we're excited. We're going to show him a good time, and are you ready?
I'm ready. Hopefully this guy can teach me a thing or two. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if you think I can, then please just hit the thumbs up. If you think I can't, please hit the thumbs up.
Dustin, hit him with a thumbs down, Dustin.
We have been driving for about an hour now, and I just realized my friend here is not actually Aaron Rodgers. Trevor, do you play one on TV? What's the deal?
I can't say I moved to LA to be an actor.
Or to be Aaron Rodgers on Hollywood Boulevard, the stars.
You know, maybe if he needs to stand in for Jeopardy when he becomes the host, then maybe they'll call me. But I moved to LA to be a screenwriter, and recently I've had some success, so kind of delving back into screenwriting even heavier than I already have been, and just recently found sports cars as a hobby since when I was a kid.
How'd that happen?
I'm an avid fan of the UFC, believe it or not. I have been for probably the past decade or so, and I thought I'd collect some of my favorite fighters. I figured maybe, you know, they have a card set. Little did I know cards have exploded in price in the past 10 years, and hopefully today I can find some rare gems.
You'll find those cards. You will find a lot of your favorite personalities that are on Instagram and YouTube and podcast here as well. And before we go, I gotta pee because we've been driving an hour and I forgot to bring my Depends. What's up, guys? I am here with Daniel, the great curator. He was heading out as we were heading in. Daniel, what advice would you have for someone attending their very first show?
Okay, well, first of all, I'll say that you're going to have a great time. But Sundays, the last day, is the day that most people are motivated to move their items because they don't want to take it home. So they're more willing to negotiate on deals. So even if you don't like the sticker price, everything is negotiable, okay? Don't be afraid to negotiate. Just be nice, kind, respectful to them, and try to build a rapport when you're having that conversation, and you'd be surprised you'll get some great deals.
You learning?
I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Just walked in. One of the first tables I saw here is Mr. Minty. I'm here with Steve. It's one of the few tables that doesn't have a whole assortment of cards, so I'm wondering, what is the product and service that you offer?
I'm Mr. Minty. This is my product line. I've got the best products and supplies for collectors to evaluate their cards and review their cards before submitting for grading. I have fantastic magnifiers, centering tools, microfiber wipes, solutions, and more to make sure that collectors are submitting 9s and 10s instead of 7s or 8s. It's grading's really expensive, and you got to get it right, and I'm here to help. I offer at show card review and prep to help collectors and also to showcase what my products can do.
What's up, guys? I'm with Carvin Chung, former executive with Upper Deck.
I'm employee, not executive.
Okay. I see you have an executive type of approach. I thought executive, founder or the creator of Exquisite. That's correct. And what do you got here today?
So I started a new company. It's a new venture. It's called The Infinite. And our first subject, we did a collaboration with Billboard. And the first subject is the song Blinding Lights, done by The Weeknd. So The Weeknd is the first subject we're going to work on.
Show us the cards, because if you guys have been watching my content and following me, I want more celebrities, more comedians, more things like this. This is beautiful. And so what inspired you to create a project like this?
Well, it comes down to it. I mean, you know, I'm outside of the manufacturing world. I don't work on sports anymore. And when the opportunity opened up for me to work with someone like The Weeknd, now also know that I'm from Toronto and The Weeknd's from Toronto, so it made sense that, you know, able to work on a current go-to music from Toronto, it'd be awesome. Just, you know.
Isn't Drake also from Toronto, or Canada at least?
Well, for him, he'll call it the Six, right? That's what he nicknames the 6 boroughs of Toronto is Drake's nickname. yeah, it'd be a great opportunity and a huge honor for me to work with Drake anytime. So,
and I think even Justin Bieber, I think he's Canadian. I don't know about Toronto, but he's Canadian as well.
He is.
But to me, I look at this as an open door. If you're a singer, if you are an actor, athlete, if you are one of these people, who would not want a card set like this, especially with this type of market? Like, this is beautiful. So I want to give you kudos on the design, because I've seen some celebrity cards that I go, this is horrific. And I'd almost be embarrassed if I was a celebrity on a card, but this is beautiful. And so this one's even autographed, correct?
Yeah, the first one there is autographed. And this last one's autographed too. So this is the replacement card for the 1 out of 10. So we have Q8 cards because we knew that the signing with the silver paint pen may drip, it may blot. So just in case if it does, then we have one for replacement. And these other ones are, part of the set. It's a 5-card set altogether. There's a base version not numbered, then there's 1 out of 500, 1 out of 100, and then the 2 autos out of 10 and out of 1. The 1 out of 50 here, this is actually one what we call a founder's card. So we're actually going to gift that back to the Weeknd himself to have his own set.
So the great idea with gifting it back is that when they get so excited, if I'm the Weeknd's friend, if I'm Justin Bieber, if I'm one of these other people, I'm like, yo, where'd you get this done? I want a set like this. And so I'm very excited because this is the first time I've seen anything like this. Where can we learn more about this product and then whatever's coming next?
Well, you can always follow me on KARVIN 15, so Carvin 15 on Instagram. Also, you can all follow the Infinite Collection, which is also on Instagram. We'll do some more announcements. Once we get a next artist or what our next steps are, we'll announce it.
The cards look amazing, so appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Look who it is!
Sports card vlog within a sports card vlog.
Vloggers caught in the wild.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Brad.
Vice versa. You probably are already, though.
Well, I'm curious to know, if this isn't your region, do you curate cards when you come to certain shows based on the city or geographical location?
100%. So I'll give you an example. So that was a great question. So look,
much better than the question I was going to have Trevor ask me.
I brought a lot of Kobe Bryants because we're in Los Angeles, Why wouldn't I bring Kobe's? These Kobe's, I've been asked more about these Kobe's. If I go to a show in Atlanta, I was bringing Trae Young, maybe a John Smoltz, Chipper Jones. So I think by location, all of us kind of prepare that. Like in Dallas, I have a bunch of Dak Prescott's, Tony Romo's. So it just depends on that. Location matters, so yeah.
Do you walk around and see what other vendors are carrying and their price points if they have the same card?
What do you mean? Like if they have the same cards as me?
Yeah.
I get a gauge for prices. Sometimes I'll check Alt or I'll go on they have apps where it'll tell you what things sold for online. Some people in person are going to put a little bit over stickers, so you got to have to prepare for that.
Fair enough. Do you ever go ahead and buy anything from any other vendors and throw it in your booth?
Yeah, dude. Dude. The difference is I might have a different amount of money into a card. You won't even know it. I'll give you a little secret. This Gretzky, I realistically only have $50 in this because it came into a multi-deal, and I moved a lot of the cards. I could let this go. I want $500, but if someone offered me $300, $400, I wouldn't be mad about it for this Gretzky.
I'll give you $200 right now.
All right, let's do it. No. But yeah, it's it ebbs and flows. I have bought stuff from other people, and I know that we all know that we're at a different place in each card. Some person have more points into a card than I do, so you have to you don't know. The craziest thing I learned the last 6 months is you don't know what someone has in a card, so just throw an offer out. Because someone might just be like, yo, yeah, and you're like, what? It's lower than the value, but it's because they don't have much into it.
And on that same note, if someone is excited about an upcoming deal and they're more excited about that deal than what they currently have, you're helping them get closer to that deal that they may believe in more than what they're carrying now. So you don't know the level of desperation or just inspiration to go into something else. So it's all relative what a good deal is.
Yeah, 100% on that. I totally agree.
I am joined by Raphael, aka Prism God, aka the Elon Musk, the founder, the Steve Jobs, the visionary of Culture Collision Show, which just happened for the second year in a row back in Atlanta in February. So definitely wanted to introduce Trevor to someone that's not only a vendor at shows, but the host and founder of one of the biggest, coolest shows out there.
So I'm curious here. I know I'm a sports card royalty in the Prism God himself. I'm curious to know someone who's on the opposite side of curating an entire event such as your own. Me being new to the arena of sports cars, what do you want someone like me to feel when we come to a show like yours?
I really want you to feel the experience. I want you to be overwhelmed, but at the same time, kind of just digest what's going on. I don't want it to be, I'm sorry, I want me to take back the overwhelm aspect of it. I want you to get enough to where you can digest it and kind of process it and maybe kind of, maybe start to kind of understand. Because this industry can be overwhelming because there's so many moving parts, I think you have to take in a little bit at a time. So I think, I want you to focus on the experience. I think that's kind of a start for me.
This being my first show, I have been a little bit overwhelmed in terms of the big three sports that stick out to me here are basketball, football, and obviously baseball.
Correct.
And someone like me, should I go in looking for cars for one sport at first? Because I walked in here today and I'm thrown with a bunch of vendors with similar cars, it seems like, at similar price points, but across, multiple sports. Should I go in, like I said, with one sport in mind to kind of learn the logistics of how this all operates?
Well, I think I would go with what you love first. I mean, whether you love football, basketball, or baseball, I think you go with what you love first because it's gonna gravitate to you the easiest. So I think if you focus on that, figure out what the market is, pay attention to what people are buying and selling on social media or even in the live marketplace that we're in now. So this is a live marketplace. So it's like the stock market, right? Gotcha. So if you sit here and you're watching people say, hey, I'm looking for Michael Jordan, I'm looking for LeBron, I'm looking for Justin Herbert, I'm looking for Joe Burrow. So that's the things you start to pay attention to. And that's where you say you have to let that process and you can digest it and you start realizing, okay, well, it's maybe a little bit easier than I thought. And then as you start to buy things, you start paying attention to the market, and you kind of working from there. But it can be overwhelming. So I say focus on what you're good at and what you enjoy.
We are headed back to LA. Trevor, we spent the last couple hours here at the show. What is your biggest takeaway? Do you still love cards?
Well, this is a crash course on Cars 101. I think my biggest takeaway is you have to go in with a game plan. For me today, it was looking for UFC cards, but it wasn't of a specific fighter. And so you kind of get lost in the mix looking at too many things at once. I think dialing it in, knowing kind of having a punch list of what cards you want is at this big event is a big advantage.
Absolutely. And from my perspective, having gone to small local shows, having gone to bigger shows as well, I feel like a Sunday is an interesting day to go because this was a lot slower than I anticipated. There's still a good amount of people and vendors here, but I believe a lot of vendors had left already. They were here Friday, which I heard was slammed. Saturday, I heard was slammed. This was the most pleasant day to go if you're overwhelmed by being around a lot of people and you want to stroll around and have more of a leisurely experience. And also the thing with Sundays is that if people are wanting to liquidate, then this is their last chance. But what card stuck out to you the most?
Luckily at the end we got to speak with Prism God and learn a little bit about his cards. And I don't think we have it on camera, but it was the Michael Jordan 11 of 15 silver.
It was exquisite. It was autographed and game worn jersey. Yeah.
So that was the highlight, especially just because of the price point and the rarity of it.
What's your perspective on the whole hobby now that you've experienced your first show?
I think it's a pretty positive outlook. The amount of kids that was in there was more than I expected. A lot of kids actually wheeling and dealing. And then I think the future's bright for the sports industry.
You think he'll be back?
We'll be back. Hopefully I get this guy again to chaperone me.
I make a good chaperone. Yeah. I make sure people don't make dumb decisions. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up. Go to cardlife.org if you are a content creator, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're someone that wants to be with others in this community, achieving business and personal goals. That's where I'm at. That's where I go live every week and hope to see you there. And say goodbye.
Sports card investor out. Or sports card.
It's Comeback Card Investor, not Jeff's channel. He has enough followers. You trying to give him all of them? Seriously?
Dustin's gonna like that one.
Should I edit this out? I'm going to keep it. Yeah, go to Comeback Card Investor. We could use a couple more subscribers. Sports Card Investor has enough.
So, what's up, Jeff? I watch your content too.
See ya.